There are people in the world who have forfeited not only their birthright, but their right to life. The way Islam works, as long as these people do not choose the more viable alternative of throwing themselves upon the mercy of the court, as long as they're allowed to walk free, Islam has impetus to attack us, and they don't do it conventionally. Corporate thinks they can hide these abominations behind our Department of Defense and just manipulate Washington, while the United Nations has no, they can't intervene. This guy's a terrible, the most hated, the world's most wanted sheriff. Boko Haram's not going to do anything about it. And then what? Get back in their boat? China! I delivered a proposal of marriage in Cantonese. It included a Coptic cross of the Eternal and Sovereign Order of the Knights Templar of Rome. Yeah, believe it or not, zombie apocalypse, the first Christians were Jews. Not to mention Yeshua Mashiach, aka Jesus Christ. Well, let me know if you see him. I did that because the corporation thinks that there's some happy ending here, like they're just going to collapse the government and make so much money, they're going to rise above the Armageddon. It's going to rule over the pathetic scraps of subhumanity that are left over afterward. Well, if I'm worth more than your whole goddamn operation, and you voted against it, what that means is you're all Chinese. So I proposed to the nearest Chinese, and she's gorgeous. And the homos and fucking retards that have been following me around for 40 years and counting called the goddamn cops. Unless it was the goddamn cops. I'm not saying they don't have badges. I'm just saying we don't need no stinking badges. Oh, a phone call. Who could that possibly be? At 18:48 p.m. Maybe it's internal affairs. Maybe they, after careful consideration, after I told them Boko Haram's partially responsible for all the extra cocaine. I mean, I'm a reasonable person. If it's not a democracy, you know, as long as my whole squad knows what I'm doing, I think they can afford the blowback. First, I shall do no harm, and then I'll stomp your goddamn guts out and walk them dry so I can jump rope with your intestines. I told them, like, all the extra cocaine has something to do with Boko Haram being in the Catholic Church, and they're like, well, you're gonna have to leave. They're gonna have to leave. I'll see you later, but you're gonna tell me I can't come to the Catholic. What do you do, the Catholic police? It was a proposal of marriage with a Coptic cross on it. It's a cross between a Catholic and... It's a Catholic cross with a Star of David. Didn't say kill the Jews or anything. It said let's get married. So let's bomb these fucking cops. We can sell tickets. See what I mean, corporate? You don't have an exit strategy because you're stupid. You're opportunistically complacent. You can't be relied upon to see to your own best interest, let alone run a country. It's called the hospital of rebellion. It's when the messenger of Allah selects some enterprising livestock, props him up on his hind legs, gives him a badge and a gun, and the pig says, but I don't know how to run a casino. And the messenger of Allah says, that's all right, piggy, hold position. And then corporate starts competing in a ruthless, relentless, cutthroat competition to try to scapegoat somebody that will eat their hearts on live TV so the Rothschilds can stay in charge, because I wasn't in on that. Talk about a doorman. Like, first off, they accused me of accepting bribes. I guess that's illegal now. Corporate matronly disapproval. But they also did that behind closed doors because I was hiding. Literally, formerly decorated, certified combat lifesaver, doorman. like suit and tie, three-piece suit, behind closed doors. Taking bribes, though. It was just the once. I confess. Vatican bribes, yay, nay. Can the Universal Catholic Church find it in their hearts to forgive me for accepting a bribe one time on the door while the Council on Foreign Relations said they couldn't find me? I was hiding out. The United Nations is here to take us down. It's what they do. The Catholic Church isn't, like, you be Catholic, all right? The reason that we don't have to listen to the Pope all the time is because somebody might, Charlemagne twisted his arm until he made him the Emperor of the First Reich. We definitely rise up and slay Boko Haram. Like, I will perform a defrocking, and then that way they can survive the endeavor. They're here to take us down. That's what the United Nations does. They steal your money, your health. They rape your children. The Catholic Church doesn't have to lift a finger. It's not their role in society to be like, no, I don't have to do that. We're gonna raise an army. It's a church, not a government. Islam don't believe in that. They don't get it. They have no idea what religion really is. Yes, very faithful, men of the book, but a man of the book reads books, not just you don't just bludgeon meat. Like, turns out Islam works just as well with a Bible if you're not allowed to read it, let alone anything else. All this damage because you're confused about what I mean, because you're nuts. You want to see the source of the church's authority. I don't represent the Vatican for purposes of litigation. Like, you want to meet the source of their authority right now? I'm but a humble doorman. But, like, you can meet Jesus. Backstage pass? I think we can work something out. mfrodeo.blogspot.com. This being my first rodeo and all. First I shall do no harm. And then you can meet Jesus right now. Come yoke me up. I'm on the phone with the police department. Hey, do you want to set an appointment? I come in. Come yoke me up out of bed. Something to do with the cocaine. Driving without a license, though. It's gonna be fun. October 9th. Be there, be square. It was kosher cause I said it to your face. It was kosher cause I said it to your face. It was kosher cause I said it so you never would forget it. It was kosher cause I said it to your face.